It's tough. The entire process is tough. They don't feel like they were heard from the beginning. They don't feel like there was justice.
Going into the hearing Tuesday, the hope was that a judge could modify Jesse Butler's youthful offender status. Butler was a Stillwater teenager who pleaded no contest to multiple sexual assault charges last year.
If somebody is prosecuted and is either convicted, pleads, or is found not guilty of a particular crime, they can't be prosecuted for again.
For one victim, it's all about their voice and whether it was ignored during the case. Her attorney argues her rights were violated. Tuesday, a two-day hearing was scheduled for April 13th and 14th to hear what the judge called serious issues and discrepancies of fact in the case, and specifically, if the victim was aware of the details of the plea before walking into court. Several witnesses will take the stand, including the Payne County Assistant District Attorney.
The politics and emotion of this case have taken on a life of its own, and I think it's a pretty reasonable speculation to think that the judge wanted to give everyone a forum to let their views be heard before he makes a ruling, even though the Constitution of the United States is crystal clear.
OKC attorney and legal expert Ed Blau says Butler's sentence will not be changed no matter what. Under the U.S. Constitution, that physically cannot happen.
And I can tell you that there's a less than 0% chance that that's actually going to happen, because the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution guarantees someone can't face double jeopardy, and that's exactly what this would be.
But this victim could still pursue legal action if she felt she wasn't treated fairly under Marsy's Law, which guarantees a victim of a crime the right to be treated with dignity, to be informed and heard, especially before a plea deal or sentencing. It also allows the victim to return to court if they think those rights were ignored.
That doesn't mean that the victims in the case don't have a cause of action maybe against the prosecution or against the state of Oklahoma for not complying with Marsy's Law.
Jason Berger, KOCO 5 News.